What's up, guys? Techmaster back with another video for today. So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 15 and seeing how it holds up in 2024. So, number one, this device is completely worth it. I think that they did a better job. Apple did a better job this year than the Pro models. The Pro models have some durability problems, a little bit of overheating problems with the new A17 Pro chip, and I just think Apple did such a good job with the iPhone 15. It's just amazing how good of a job they did. They gave it the same $800 price point. They gave it dynamic island, 48 megapixel camera, USB-C port. They gave it a curved design. They gave it 2000 nits display, and it's just amazing how much of a good job they did. They gave it a 4nm A16 Bionic chip. They did such a good job. And to be completely honest, this iPhone is so good in fact, that I would never buy an iPhone 14 or anything like that. The 14 Pro, that's a different story, but the regular iPhone 14 or 14 Plus, I would just get those out of your head. Do not buy those. Get the 15. It's a way better phone. Yeah. So on the front, we have a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display. It goes up to 2000 nits of brightness outdoors, so very, very bright screen, as you can see. Super bright. The camera is having trouble showing it properly, because I always have it dimmed down since it's bright enough. I never turn it all the way up because that just eats up battery. But yeah, so we have a dynamic island on the front, which can be used for play music or something like that. So I'm not gonna play anything, but as you can see, if you just do that, if it's playing a song, you just tap it and it does that. I'm not gonna be playing the audio out loud, obviously, because I don't want to get copyright struck, but yeah, so yeah, we have a really good chip, an A16 chip. So if we open up Netflix, as you can see, it is very, very fast. In some ways, actually quicker than M1 on my iPad Air. If we do Minecraft, very, very fast, as you can see here. That just had to refresh, but it could be even quicker than that. To be honest, if we refresh it, as you can see, very, very smooth. Fast. Yeah. Again, this is a 4nm chip. The M1's actually a 5nm, so technically you would think that it would be a little bit faster. It is. It has worse GPU cores. It only has a 5-core GPU compared to an 8-core GPU on the M1, and 6 gigs of RAM compared to 8 on the M1. So that's what I'm using to film this video. But yeah. So one of the big highlights this year is obviously USB-C. Some people who have Lightning might not like it, but it's obviously a very good switch in my opinion. I actually like it quite a bit better because all my devices are USB-C. My iPad too, and my Mac can use USB-C even though I use the MagSafe. All my devices are USB-C for the most part, and so I don't mind not having Lightning. I actually like having less chargers to use. Obviously I use this charger right here, but now with this charging dock and just a bunch of other devices, I don't know, I just like being able to use, if I lost a charger, I just use my iPad charger with my phone, which is great. So obviously I use more than one charger, but just for other people, it's just a much easier thing to use. And if you have an Android phone, you can plug another charger into it. For example, this little cable right here, it works perfectly. You can just plug it right in and it charges perfectly normal, right over there. This is basically an Android charger for a GoPro. Bottom line is that you can use any USB-C charger as long as it's USB-C with this phone, and that's much better because if someone has an Android phone and you're with them, you can use that and be like, oh yeah, my phone has USB-C, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, great. But anyway, that was just a little weird, but yeah, so I like USB-C a lot better than Lightning, obviously, because my iPad, like I said, uses it. And yeah, now the best thing I like about this camera is the camera. So I love the photo. The photos are incredible. If I pull up a couple, I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to all my photos. But as you can see, these night photos are so good. So insanely good. If you zoom in, you don't lose a ton of quality. If you zoom in, you lose some of it because I didn't use the 2x. But there is an optical zoom option, so obviously yeah, you you can just use that to make the quality better. And yeah, I like all of the I like the portrait features. If we just, you can obviously use any kind of portrait lighting. So if we just take one right there, I'm not sure why it's not on. That was a really weird picture, but we can delete that. And then basically, if you just take a little portrait, then you can do that. Now with cinematic, this is one of the things I absolutely love with cinematic. Cinematic, it basically, as you guys know, cinematography, it blurs out the background, and I love cinematic. It is such a good feature. I mean, it started on the 13s, obviously, but yeah, now you can shoot at 4K resolution, so that's even better than before. So yeah, I think that is a great thing for going forward too. Also, the cameras are really massive. It does stick out, so obviously it might rock on but the camera quality is so good. We have a 48 megapixel sensor, and it gives much better quality shots than even last year's regular 14 because of the bigger sensors. So I would definitely recommend, if you're into cameras, go for the 15 because it will be better than most other smartphones. I mean, obviously, we have the new S24s, and those might be a little bit better, but I'll say that for a camera test. But most of the time, like, the iPhone 14 Pro beat out most other Samsung phones. And it beat out the S22, the S21, all those phones. All those phones it beat in camera tests if you watch all those. But you get what I'm saying, though, that the iPhone 14 Pro and the 15 has really good cameras, especially for the price. This phone's, again, it's $800, not cheap, but it's also not crazy expensive either. Because, like, the S24 Ultra is, like, the same price as, like, an iPhone 15 Pro Max with, like, 1 terabyte of storage or something like that. But anyway, moving on. I love the camera. I love obviously, it's a 60 hertz screen, but, again, if you don't really care, so it's going to look a little choppy. Again, some people complain about that, but I think as long as you're not running into any glitches or anything like that, it's totally fine. Yeah. Let's see. And yeah, that pretty much sums up this video. So bottom line is, I think this phone is really good in 2024. I think it's basically the perfect phone for most people. Again, you can obviously buy an older phone, like a 14 Pro, for a little bit less. But if you're getting a phone in the brand new market, this is essentially the best phone for most people, in my opinion. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.